we're going to make a little American-style start. It's indestructible.
We have the 500.
I've spent half an hour on this, and I'm fed up.
No, but at that price, I'll resell it. I bought a ZL1 and we're absent, that's all.
No. Yeah, I'm going to take a lot of inspiration from the introduction of one of the videos by my dear friend Nico from the channel Au Bordel, and you'll understand why later. Why buy a BMW M2 when you can get a much better car for the same price? Just so you know, this video contains 2 sponsored collaborations. If you're new to the channel, you might find that a bit strange. Loyal subscribers and open-minded people will understand I can't make a living without this. And if I can't make a living, I can't produce videos. So I thank you in advance for those who will understand, for being tolerant and accepting to see 2 commercial collaborations, each 1 minute long, throughout this video. And because you trust me and support me, I had to let you know this before you watch this video. This video will still be enjoyable for you. Thank you all. I feel like a president giving a speech. Chevrolet Camaro V8 LS. 3 manual, 435 horsepower. At least she's reliable. I'm going to compare this car to a BMW M2 for several reasons. They're both rear-wheel drive sports coupes, available with manual and automatic transmissions, and they're more or less in the same price range. I know a lot of people won't like what I'm about to say, but for me, this car is much better than a BMW M2. First argument, reliability. We're talking about a car from the General Motors Group that's extremely reliable. Honestly, I don't know if there's a sports car from General Motors that's as reliable as this one. I mean, when it comes to electronics, it's fine. There are no known issues. Regarding the transmission, differential, manual, or automatic gearbox, there are no issues at all. Honestly, the only complaint is needing to change the clutch at 150,000 kilometers, which is normal for a wear part. That's the only issue reported with the Camaro manual gearbox. And the engine, the famous LS3, which today absolutely no longer has to prove its reliability. It's an engine built with a top-secret Texas barbecue sauce recipe. Indestructible. Next advantage, the exotic factor. Aren't you bored driving the same car as everyone else? When was the last time you saw a Camaro on the street, and when was the last time you saw a 2 Series? If you want to cosplay as Grand Theft Auto NPCs after that, go ahead. We preferred a car that's not so common. The reliability of the N55 BMW. Incredible, this engine, by the way. Between its pressure pumps, its turbos, its coils, its electronics in general, and even the overall electronics of the car, with its famous... That sweet sound, it's truly a real pleasure. There's nothing like that here. It beeps, sure, but not to tell you there are problems. It beeps because it's American. It expresses itself, that's normal. Consider 2 examples. A BMW M2 and a Camaro, each with a base price around 30,000 euros. The BMW M2 will have almost 180,000 kilometers, and you might be the 12th owner. The Camaro will have between 100 and 120,000 kilometers, and you might be the 2nd or 3rd owner. The advantage of these cars is that there isn't a huge turnover. They usually haven't been owned by people who could afford to buy them but not maintain them, like getting an oil change. I see you coming, BMW fans. Don't forget one thing. I appreciate the BMW brand. I appreciate a lot of car brands and models, but at the same price and in the same category. I choose this. You'll say my car uses 35 liters per 100. No, it does 12 liters per 100 or 98. On ethanol, it's about 14 or 15. Remember, reliability is also a factor. So, if it uses a bit more fuel, it makes up for it with reliability and less maintenance. And since I'm a good sport here, I admit, I yield. Maybe the only area where the M2 will be ahead is in terms of the chassis. However, be careful. We compared this car with a friend who has an M340i Touring. This car is 200 kilos lighter, with a larger brake diameter and friction surface than an M340i Touring. Keep in mind, this is the base Camaro. It's an SS with a V8, but not a 1 limited edition or ZL1. There are higher versions. By the way, I didn't check on the M2. I'm curious if the M2's braking system has a larger diameter than this one, and how their weights compare, considering that we're more in an M4 category rather than M2. But M4s for 30,000, except with right-hand drive, there aren't any. So, okay, in terms of chassis, the M2 is still much better than this one. But again, you don't buy this to go break lap records as an amateur. I won't focus on interior finishes since they're mostly a matter of personal preference. Some prefer the BMW interior, others the Chevrolet. I'm not picky, so either works for me. Here, we're lucky to have beautiful Recaro seats in leather and Alcantara. Here we have some nice hard plastic, a little bit of leather here, but on the other hand. And this shows its height. I'm not a sore loser, I'm just pointing out flaws. This is huge. This is all plastic, but they still put some leather on it. Oh, and I'm not sure if we have an Astra steering wheel here, probably in plastic. As you may know from our social media, this car belongs to my wife, not me. She sold her Civic Type R to buy this beautiful Camaro. We love American cars. Spoiler, I tried to get her to buy an M3 F80, but she doesn't like it at all. Too bad, it's one of the few M models that I love, but she didn't like it, so I'm not going to force it. So she went for this Camaro instead. You'll see it again on the channel. In this video, we'll check out the car together and put it on the lift. We're going to do the first maintenance. There might be some repairs to plan for or something else. We'll take care of everything. Now let's look at the technical side, what we're going to be able to do with this car. And the long-term project, I can already tell you, will be to make this LS3 sing a little more and to noticeably increase its power. Still, let's be honest. And what are we going to do once we've really tinkered with this V8, increased the power, and added performance parts to it? We're going to do something we've never done on the channel before. We'll go test it out by doing some drag races. We had already started getting our hands a bit dirty with some V8s from the General Motors Group, with the Yukon where I changed the camshaft. That was a real fiasco, but here it will get done. Whatever happens, this car will rumble, idle roughly, and deliver incredible power. So yes, we're going to do some mechanics and performance tuning on an American Chevrolet V8. And that's cool, because I really like that. I really like American Chevrolet V8s. Good engine, is it? The remainder of the video will be managed by her. We're in the garage. The Camaro barely fit because it's so wide. We'll begin immediately with prep and maintenance. We can't show everything in the video since some parts, like the brake pads, are a bit boring. That should be fine. We're not going to do a tutorial on changing brake pads. We have a lot of parts, a lot of accessories. Show a little bit of everything you've bought.
That's oil, a bit of tuning.
We got oil because we're going to do a gearbox oil change, a differential oil change, so that's it. Engine oil change, no, because it was done when we bought the car. Tuning, what is it again? There are the belts too.
We have the belts, we have the spark plugs.
What's in tuning there?
Tuning is the little orange side markers. We're gonna make them black.
Ah, that's true.
We have to go through the fender, so we'll take advantage of that.
She didn't want to keep it orange, so we're going to make it black in the front and in the back. It's a shame, because on real American cars, it usually lights up.
At least we have the wiring.
I doubt it. Honestly, I doubt it. But on European cars, actually, it's not lit up because it's not up to the standards. So it's just actually, what do you call it?
It's a marker light.
Yes, it's a marker light, but on European cars, it doesn't work. We're changing it to black to make it more discreet. If it was lit, we'd keep it orange, but now it's pointless.
The main part, tuning, is hidden over there.
What is it? Oh, right, that's true. It got a huge crack. Too bad you can't really see it on video. But there, on the right, next to you. So we can see how wide and big it is. The front splitter. Front splitter, right? ZL1?
Yes, ZL1 type. It's as tall as me.
The height of the front blade. At the same time, it's related to the width of the thing. But it's massive.
It's a snowplow, that thing.
Yeah, it's gonna change its look a bit because we wanted to visually ground the front a little more because it already has a kind of blade, but actually that's the bumper. And by adding the blade, it's gonna make it look a bit more aggressive. However, we won't touch the side skirts. It'll really give a slightly lowered effect at the front and a bit raised at the back. Normally, the look should be pretty good.
Yes, and it will drop more soon with the coilovers.
Yes, and then add some small spacers at the back too.
We'll wait to do that until we install the coilovers.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. The advantage too is that we'll be able to give the chassis a checkup because we've pretty much never seen the car before. We've only seen a few quick photos. The car is from Sweden, though I can't recall if I mentioned that. It's been in France for a little while. I think it's been 2 or 3 years. But originally, it's from Sweden. So there's always a bit of concern about rust. But honestly, it's fine. There are 2 or 3 orangish spots, and even then, not really. I don't even know if it's just wear or something else. There are some rust marks, so be careful anyway. It mostly comes from the rear axle. So it's just on the surface, let's say, but nothing serious. Honestly, I was expecting worse. Here we have the rear subframe, which is slightly corroded. But again, what we're going to do is scrape it, treat it, and it'll be just fine. Like that, I'll try to show you a bit more. With some light, it's still okay. Here, it's about the same, just a slight amount, but not much. No, I'm exaggerating, but the car's clean, so I'm happy. Some cars have this part completely rusted. No, ours is actually really clean. Well, his, not mine. The fluid change is done, it's finished. We won't go back to it. Transmission and differential, we're good to go. Now I'm going to calmly tackle the brake pads. It's the same, so I won't film it in detail. There's nothing interesting, just a standard Brembo caliper. You know, you push the little pin here, the little pin there. The pads go on top, that's it, thank you, goodbye. No, we won't be installing an RWP brake kit for the simple reason that this is more than enough. It has a big Brembo, 4 pistons. She doesn't really do much sporty driving with it anymore. So for now, there's no need for it. For the discipline, we have planned for it later, which is gonna be so. For drag racing, you don't really need endurance when it comes to the brakes. So the stock brakes will be more than enough. It's a discipline I don't know much about. It's a discipline we want to discover, which is in line with the philosophy of the car. Why not try drag racing at United Driver? It's different now, so what we mentioned before, the little repeater. Is it better now? Did you set it up on your end? Yeah, well, yes, it's more discreet. It reinforces the slightly dark, aggressive side, let's say, of the car. The car jacket, too. It's really disgusting. Just so you understand a little bit, what parts have you planned for the Camaro, for the V8?
For now, we're taking it easy. We've just ordered an intake. And ethanol,
Yeah, we're converting it to run on ethanol with an E-Flex fuel kit.
because filling up 3 times a week hurts. For now, I'll just enjoy the car as it is. Next year, camshaft, exhaust, manifold.
Yes, because...
Well, it's camshaft, manifold, and X-pipe,
Yes, that's it.
since she already has an exhaust line.
Yes, there's a terminal there. We didn't show you, but I'll do it later. It's essentially LS3. Let me explain further. For those unaware, the manual Camaro uses the LS3 engine. So, the latest LS evolution when this car launched is also in the Corvette C6, second generation. If you get it with a manual transmission, you have the LS3. If you get it with an automatic transmission, you no longer have the LS3, you have the L99, which is a derivative of an Escalade engine. That's what we saw, if we're not mistaken.
Those are more utility engines, similar to what's on the Yukon and trucks.
That's it, exactly. It's a V8 engine, 6.2 liters as well. But you'll find it more on utility-type vehicles, so big SUVs, the LS3 then. So its big downside is that it's restricted at the manifolds. It's really restricted at the manifolds. You put an intake and headers on it. What did we call them again? Long tubes, right?
Yes, they're long tubes, headers, long tubes.
They go all the way to the back, up to the gearbox.
Next, you need a custom X-pipe made with long headers for full flow.
Normally, let's say with everything combined, the tuning, the ethanol.
We've got the 500.
Yeah, that's it.
The 500, it's planned.
500 horsepower, naturally aspirated camshaft optional.
With a camshaft.
With a camshaft.
With just the manifold and intake, no camshaft. I think we checked everything. You're at 480. There we'll gain a bit with the intake and ethanol, but not a lot either.
It's already good, honestly.
Yeah, but honestly, I prefer to enjoy the car as it is for now. The problem is, if we do everything now, what will I do afterwards? Plus, it's 3,000 euros for the supercharger and installation, so the budget increases.
So once you're done with the camshaft and everything, turbo kit?
No, but for the price it costs, I'd rather sell it. I'll buy a ZL, one and that's it. It's fine.
No. I would put a turbo on it for you because I'm not going to lie to you. I looked a little at turbo kits, and for $3,000, so before shipping, before customs and everything, you can find turbo kits with the manifolds. It was a single turbo, I think. Yeah, single turbo, $3,000. Come on. You give the car half a bar of boost, and what do you get? 700 horsepower with the camshaft, headers, and freer exhaust set up right. It's welcome to the world of American cars. I'll still show you the stock exhaust it has, so the Borla here. And actually, it's the Attack version. Attack is simply the model of the Borla exhaust. This means it doesn't have large mufflers in the back. See, it says Borla Attack here. There's a small muffler at the back, then a full pipe runs to the catalytic converter up front. I think if you remove that, it's just going to increase the volume a little bit. The decibels, that's not necessarily something we want. The ideal sound balance is a roar when you accelerate with subtlety. Purring and humming when driving calmly. That works perfectly. Fluid brakes, everything's good. Now, Tuning, my God, the machine. It looks like a wing. You know he plays the villain in Spider-Man?
It's for airplanes.
So that... Attach it underneath. We remove the small flap under the bumper, and we'll try to attach this. I'm gonna set the camera here, and you'll enjoy the show. I'm done making holes in the car's bumper. It looks pretty good now. Well, it's all dirty, but the fit looks good. Yeah, it still looks pretty cool. It makes the front look bigger even though the car was already large. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's cool. It looks like a snowplow.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, it looks awesome. No, really, it stands out, especially when you face forward like that.
Yeah, that hurts.
Damn.
Are you hurt?
Yeah, it hurts.
I didn't feel anything.
It looks nice. I'm gonna pick up my ribs. We just took apart the intake, I just changed the belt. Easy job, let's say, on an LS. We can't do the direct intake kit right now due to time, so we'll focus on the spark plugs instead. That way we're good mechanically and electronically, and we'll handle the intake at home, no rush, and we don't need a lift for that. We're removing all the spark plug wires. I don't think this has ever been done before. Pretty weird though, inside there's some kind of yellowish white paste. I have no idea what it is. If anyone knows what it is, feel free to say so in the comments. Because honestly, I've never seen anything like this before. There's some paste on all the spark plug heads. It looks like glue, but I don't know what it is. We remove them, change the spark plugs, and replace the wires if undamaged. If damaged, we do the same. We just order new ones, no need for performance ones right now. As long as it doesn't have the headers, there's still the heat shield. No need to put any heat protection on it either. We're changing the spark plugs. We didn't film the entire spark plug replacement because otherwise, I think the video would have been demonetized in 10 seconds. You'd think it's easy to do, but I did them on the Yukon, I remember, at 11 o'clock. Before eating, I was done. So it took me an hour to do them, knowing that the Yukon is very tall and the accessibility is really not great. Here we're leaning over, as you can see, on the engine. The annoying thing is that... There we go, that's the last one. On the right side, there's more space than on the left side. And you feel like actually you can show that it's easy to do. Except that actually there's always something falling in front of the tool. If it's not a sensor, it's the air conditioning pipe. The big one, the small one, there's always something that gets in your way and stops you from making the move. Here, it's much tighter by the side member. The ABS block is at the back, and the body extends further there than on the right because of the master cylinder. Here, it's much closer. See the space between them? I'm not sure if you can tell between the spark plugs, the ABS block, and the rest. The second one has the oil dipstick, and the third has the fuel line blocking you. The fourth one, you've still got a piece of the fuel line. And the third one is the fuel line. And the fourth one, way in the back, well, you're in a totally awkward position. And all along the left side, there's him who literally broke my... There you go. So it's not a terrible operation, but what's awful is the disappointment. When you see the engine and you think, oh, the spark plugs, poof, easy. It can be done, but my hands and arms hurt. Still, it's no worse than another engine. So the spark plugs were easy to do. They're not really bad themselves, but you can really see the difference in the gap between the old spark plug and the new one. The new spark plugs from AC Delco, which is a brand Americans always use, are pre-gapped to the right gap for the Camaro. The old ones have the original gap from back then, likely at 0.60, while the new ones are at 0.40. Will it be like on my Yukon? I didn't mention it in the other videos, but on the Yukon, when I changed the spark plugs, it would start after about 4 turns of the starter, basically. And then after changing the spark plugs, on the first turn of the starter, the Yukon would start. It's the same now. It starts, you saw and can confirm, it's a bit slow. And now it starts. Will it be better? We'll see. When you put in well-gapped AC Delco ones, starting is much easier, right? Come on, let's try to put in the last one. Can I come see the arms? Where should I place them? I have no other solution, so don't mention torque settings. I don't see a torque wrench or anything like that here. There you go. Let's put the spark plug wires back on and finish up. We're going to install the direct intake kit, of course. But like I said, we'll do that at home. We're putting the original airbox back on, and a little later in the video, we'll calmly install the direct intake kit at home. You should know that with these American cars, even the slightest modification, like a direct intake kit, brings a lot of gains. Well, a lot of gains. You don't gain 100 horsepower, but when you get, for example, 4 to 5%, let's say, on a traditional engine. And still, I don't even really want to talk about percentages because it's pretty controversial. A lot of people are going to tell me, no, that's not true, in the comments and everything. But basically, on an American car with a 6.2-liter engine like that, you can hope, I mean really hope, to get up to a gain of 15, 17, or even 20 horsepower for the biggest engines. Just with a direct intake kit, it's pretty significant. I know that on the Yukon, for example, I gained in responsiveness. We didn't dyno it before, but we could now, since with the direct intake kit, I might have gained horsepower. And the exhaust system as well, same thing. But now I know we're going to gain. You'll get a few more horsepower, not 50. Most gains come from the camshaft and manifold. All right, that's it. I reassembled everything, including the airbox. Now we'll start the car and see how it runs. I'll let you give me the camera. I'll let you go start your car. We'll see if it starts faster than before with the new spark plugs, highlighting again how important the spark plug gap is. And then I think we'll have worked enough for the day. It started a bit better. Okay, yeah, it started a bit better. Maybe got 2 more turns on the starter. Before, it used to struggle more. That's a good thing done. We'll meet back at home to install the direct intake kit now. It should go pretty smoothly. We'll show you a bit what it looks like. This is the famous part I mentioned, which improves engine responsiveness and possibly adds some power. So, what will we have? This is for partitioning. It's the gasket. The advantage is that I've already done it on my Yukon, so it's going to be pretty similar. And the advantage of American cars is also, how much did you pay for this kit again?
95 euros.
Delivered?
Yes, of course.
Let's be honest. At $80 for the kit on eBay, Amazon, or wherever, some things just won't be right. There's an air hose attached to the car's original intake kit. I'm not sure what it's for. Maybe a vacuum. And here, they give you a threaded fitting, but they don't give you the connector, so you can actually attach the hose. So I took one of the fittings. She was lucky that I had that in my boxes, actually a fuel fitting that I had from the Chaser, which I machined so it would fit tightly into the thread. I sealed it with gasket paste to attach the hose. I've been working on this for 30 minutes. The grinder and flap disc really wore me out. Anyway, we'll let that dry and move on to the next step. What did we say we were doing here?
The hose?
Oh, right, the hose. Great, a little LS3 with a direct intake kit. I just finished adjusting the small gasket for the partition. The filter's installed. It's clearly a Chinese filter. I was telling Jen that maybe eventually the only thing to do would be to replace the filter with a big brand filter. After that, it's just seals, some kind of plastic fittings, whether you get them from a big brand or from China. Let's be honest, it's the same, especially on a naturally aspirated engine. The tube is still a tube, the clamps are just clamps. It's a naturally aspirated engine. Again, there's no pressure going through there, so that's all good. Anyway, except for the little hiccup here with the hose. Right here for the original mass airflow, it's good, it was perfect. The partitioning is perfect, plug and play. Well, there you go, all that's left is to start it up. We're going to take a little drive with this intake kit to see if it has already changed anything, in terms of feel, in terms of sound. And at the same time, show you a little bit how this little Camaro works. I forgot to mention something. It's equipped with an onboard diagnostic port. I haven't told you everything. I also fixed a crankshaft position sensor issue that may have cost me some power. I think it had an intermittent fault since the check engine light didn't come on. That's it, the car's up to temperature. I deliberately haven't floored it this whole time just to keep the little surprise of the sound of the intake. Now let's see what it does. I feel like we can hear the engine more now. Anyway, I feel like it's a bit more responsive. Oh yes. Basically, a few weeks ago I told her, when you shift into third gear and accelerate, there's a slight delay, you know. And I don't know if it was coming from the electronic throttle or maybe the intake. I really don't know. But now, anyway, I feel like that the delay, it's reduced. I don't know if I'm really good enough to tell you if it works better than before or not. Honestly, I couldn't say.
It seems like you can hear the engine more now.
Oh yeah, I can definitely hear it more, yeah. This machine really works, no doubt about it.
I was afraid it might be a little underpowered, but in the end, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it works well.
I admit I would have preferred a supercharger.
She originally wanted a Cadillac CTS-V, but it's very hard to find in Europe, especially France.
Especially a decent one?
Yeah, especially a good one. That's why she chose this. We'll start with a little American style. What do I like? That's what American style starts are like. Like you have cops on your tail. We're finished with this Camaro, as you can see. The first step, maintenance, getting to know the car, and a slight little modification is done. So, the next time you see this car again, I can't tell you exactly when yet, but we'll get a bit more into the heart of the matter. We'll move on to preparation. Engine, manifold, camshaft, remap, and then, if in the meantime we get to try it out in a drag race, we'll go try it out in a drag race, and I'll film that for you. I'm glad to feature this type of car on the channel, since it's one of my favorites, alongside Japanese and American cars. These are really the two car philosophies that I love. Japanese cars for their turbo engines tuned like Kwan, and American cars for their big engines. You see, this damn V8, honestly, let's not kid ourselves, they're really cool to use. If you haven't already, think about subscribing to the channel. That's all I'm asking from you in return. And for those who made it this far in the video, you're going to write in the comments, your 3-cylinder still looks pretty cool. See you soon, ciao.